Hey, this is Jay Pac-Man here. I just got done setting up the two 970s. As you saw yesterday, I was having a little bit of trouble getting everything to run between that second slot not working and having the issues that I thought was with my RAM. But I pulled out all the sticks of RAM, and I know that my stream shut down before I got through that. But I pulled out all the sticks of RAM, and it didn't change anything. I wasn't able to. My CPU wasn't boosting, and then with that other slot, I said, I have an old motherboard that I changed out a while back, thinking that was what my problem was. It turned out to be a bad power supply at the time. So I kept the board just sitting around just in case, and lo and behold, it came in handy because, as you can see, that's a different board inside the computer now. So this is an MSI Z77 motherboard. Um, and I like it a lot better. It has a better spacing for the graphics cards. Everything's slotted in a little bit nicer, and I'm back to being able to get my overclock. So I'll show you guys that in just a second. Let me get that pulled up here. Close, and then let me get nice hash opened. All right. So I'll start by just showing you. If I scroll up here, you can see that the core is switching between 1600 and 4500. That's my max overclock. So I've got my overclock back. All my sticks of RAM were good. I've got my XMP setting back on, so they're all running at 1600 instead of 1333. And let me just turn off the CPU here, and I will show you guys what we're getting off of just the two 970s. Well, it's going to run NeoScript instead of Equihash. So let's see what we get per day mining NeoScript right now. Looks like $2.66. It's pretty good. It's better than Equihash is right now for sure. I don't know why it's getting that kind of results right now, but not going to complain. So there you can see running at about 911 kilohashes per GPU. So about 1800 kilohashes. Well, maybe those aren't together. I am not exactly sure how this one works, if it shows them together or not, because it's pretty much showing what I'm seeing up there. But at $3.09, that is pretty good just on those two. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if any second here it switches over to Equihash, because that's what it normally does. While we're just sitting here looking at stuff, I'll scroll down to the GPU temperatures so you can see what kind of temperatures we're running on the two 970s. Alright, so 970 number 1 is at 79 degrees. And that is at a fan speed of 42%. The other one is at 45% with 79 degrees as well. So the one runs a little bit hotter than the other. And the top one is the first card. That is the new super clocked card. You know, what's funny about that is, like I said, they redesigned they redesigned this shroud here so that it's not cut off on the side there, and it's not up and down flowing, it's flowing out the side. So you'd think it would get better cooling based on the fact that they changed that, but it doesn't. Not by much, it's only by about 2 degrees, but even with this little fan off of here, I haven't run it with the computer closed or anything yet, but even with this fan off of here, it doesn't seem to be having any problem, especially with that extra space open up there. It really seems to be running just fine. But here's a quick look at the new board. You can see this is a 77G43 gaming. So this is going pretty good, I think, so far. I'm sure everybody likes how I've got my water cooler just shoved into place there. So originally the symptoms of that bad board were that the CPU was getting really hot, and I applied new thermal compound to it. Didn't seem to have a whole lot of effect on it, but I can only think that it had to do with that board, because it, I mean, I don't know, it could be the CPU getting bad, but I mean, at this point, now that I've brought back my overclock, and I was able to get the overclock after I put the cooler, the all-in-one cooler on it, I was able to get my overclock back, but it just degraded, and you know, I was running at stock speeds, only overclocking 100 megahertz to 3.4. Now we're back up to 4.5, and I'll show you the temps on that. Are we still mining? Yeah, still mining NeoScript at about $2.80 a day. Alright, so now you can see over here. You know, to be honest with you, it's actually running cooler with the 4.5 overclock than it was off of the other board. So it definitely wasn't delivering its power properly to that to the CPU over there. Oh, but you know what? I don't have it running right now. I'm only running the 2 GPUs, so it's probably not going to be the case. But let me just get Equihash up here, seeing as this is not what I necessarily wanted to show you. Don't know how many people are mining NeoScript, but this is the first time I've really been mining it for a decent amount of coin, but it seems to be dropping. And one of the things I'm kind of curious about NiceHash, seeing is they sell your hashing power. You know, you're mining, you get your Bitcoin, but they're selling hashing power. So I don't know if that's why periodically you get these boosts in how much you're able to mine. But I was mining on a single card the other day. I was mining, I think it was like $4.85 an hour, which is well over double what I could normally produce. So I'm not exactly sure what causes that kind of stuff. But let me just shut this off here, and we'll turn off the NeoScript, and it should jump right over to Equihash. Benchmark, that's not what I want. I want benchmark. These two. This one here. Turn off. And off. Close. Start. Don't care that it can't test some of these things. Alright, so now we got Equihash up, which from my understanding is Bitcoin Cash. Not Bitcoin, but Bitcoin Cash is what you're mining when you're mining Equihash. It takes a little longer for it to start up than the NeoScript, but it also seems to take longer to load up on the NiceHash Miner Legacy versus the regular NiceHash version 2.0. And so there you can see 550 souls. Currently for $2.30 a day is what you're getting right now, but I think that Equihash must have gone down a little bit in price today, seeing as the Neo script is getting a higher amount. But let's just see as it starts to run here what we're getting. So we got 520. And y'all can see that GPU 2 hanging out always about 2 degrees cooler. We'll let a couple more souls go by so you can see. But from what I can tell, 550 souls is about equivalent to what a 1080 can produce. 1080 Ti is like 650, 700 and something like that. But I think for $150 for a 970, that is pretty good. Seeing as I already had the first one I bought a long time ago, 3 years ago. But to pick up an extra 970 and be able to double my mining rate, I mean, that is killer. What more can you ask for? If you have any questions, feel free to comment in the doobly-doo and whatnot. But I think this pretty much does it for this video. Like and subscribe, and I think I'm going to have a lot more cryptocurrency mining videos and things in the future. I'm really starting to get into this. Oh, hey, that one's at 81 degrees C. What is that? Which one's at 81? Of course, it's the first one. And the fan's at 50%. I really need to go in there and change the fan curve. I don't want it running above 80 degrees. I don't know why it's being allowed to. You can see the second one here, its maxed out temperature is 80. It's never gone above it. So that's a little bit disappointing. Maybe I'll pull that off there and change out the thermal compound. I'm not sure. But you can still see we're getting over 500 souls. I mean, it's about, when you add my CPU into it, it's almost $1,000 a year off of mining, and from what I can see, it's about 350 watts. I'm about to get my kilowatt in a couple of days, but from what I understand, 970s running full tilt draw about 150 watts. So I've got 2 of those, and then my CPU. So at the very most 400 watts, but I think we're going to find that it's going to be close to about 325. And we'll find out, and I'll tune things up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I can run this setup for about 300 watts and be able to bring in about $2.70 a day, and that will that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching.